حبيبتي. How are you?
I'm fine, good, thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Thank you. How's your daughter?
She's fine. She's excited. She gave me a lot of support before coming here.
Oh, that's sweet. بلشت مدرسة اليوم?
Tomorrow. Today is the orientation.
Exactly.
So it's a bit hectic at home.
Yes.
So I'm sending the love of my sister and my brother-in-law when they knew that I'm meeting you today. And I have met you yesterday and the day before. They were so excited.
Do they live in Dubai or they're in Yemen?
They're in Berlin.
Ah, they're in Berlin. Sweet. I love Berlin.
No, I do too. They are big fans, big fans of you. So they're sending their love and they're saying hello.
Send the love back.
Thank you, I will. So my sister was very excited over the phone. She was like, how is she in real life? How is she in real life? Is she the same? Is she the same? And then I told her, yes, she's the exact same persona. Nothing changed. Like you see her on TV, you see her in real life. So the big question that I'm asking myself all the time, how do you manage not to be, sorry for that word, a snob when you are a big celebrity? What is in you?
It's a personality thing. It's an education thing. It's a lot of factors. It's also a success thing, I find, because the most successful Hollywood stars are the nicest, because they don't have that kind of insecurity that makes you feel like you need to be a diva to get somewhere. And it doesn't mean that I don't demand things around me. I have a whole team demanding things from me all the time. But when you're satisfied with what you've done, you don't feel like you have anything to prove. You don't feel like you need to be a diva for them to treat you like a celebrity, which is what usually happens when they act like divas. There's an insecurity somewhere. You know, it's always the same story. Donc, it's like who I am, who I've always been. I still do the same thing. I have no reason to be. But I have become more and more demanding with, with the responsibilities of my job and now I have a team and all these things. And أكيد I'm demanding.
الناس كلهم حاسين بهذا الشيء. الناس كلهم حاسين إنه أنت شخصيتك مختلفة تماماً عن المعتاد في الإعلام أو في عالم النجومية.
هيك بيقولوا لي، بس أنا عندي صديقات إعلاميات بعشقهم، يعني إنه لوجين عمران and جوال مهدينيا and إمي صياح and هيلدا خليفة. I adore them. I think they're gorgeous and very talented, and each one of them has a different imprint.
Of course.
I don't find them to be divas at all.
It's true. And we send them our love and we say hello to all of them. I'm saying and I'm thinking, as you said, Raya القريبة على القلب, as they say in Lebanon, and you are truly like that. As you mentioned, that education is the key to a good personality, right? And I've read that you have MA in cinema.
I do.
And I was very much surprised about that.
No, I have a master's in screenwriting.
Also.
Because I studied, no, not also, master's in screenwriting, and my other master's is in television journalism.
Oh, so it's not like master's in cinema.
Master's in screenwriting. So writing for cinema, but not in cinema. You can't have a master's in cinema ككل يعني.
انت استخدمتي العلم حقش هذا في انه انت تعملي انهانسمنت لحقش الكارير في الاعلام. فذاتس
واي ايش سوى يعني تخصصت بنفس الوقت يعني. بس انا بدعم الدراسات الاكاديميه. I think you can be a journalist without studying journalism, and you can be a TV presenter without studying the craft, but I think it made me a better journalist.
Of course, yeah. Now I understand, and I think everyone is understanding this too. And how come you never thought of doing something else, like in cinema, like movie making?
First, because I've been very busy for the past 25 years. Really very busy. And I'm grateful for that. I don't have like a second to think, what am I going to do next? Yani, basically, someone has, time to think. I never had time to think. And then opportunities came. And then, the same success of my show lasted all these decades. And I'm still doing it. And I don't have the motivation to do something else. Because I love what I do. I love the idea of producing films. I would love to produce. But again, I don't have time to even think about it.
See, I totally understand. I can really, and being a mother also.
And being a mom and all the responsibility, and now social media and being a brand ambassador and endorsements and events and my schedule بيطلع راسي, thinking about it.
That's beautiful. So being a mother and سفيرة النوايا سفيرة للنوايا الحسنة في لمفوضية اللاجئين. لولا إيش رأيها في دورك كسفيرة لمفوضية اللاجئين؟ إيش حق الفيدباك؟
Well, she doesn't know much about it. She doesn't know much about it, although I do expose her to what's going on in real. It's because my activities have not been very developed in the last couple of years. You know, Gaza happened, and there's priorities to what we're doing and all these things. So I have been like, you know, limiting all the, and as I've said it in all the interviews today, I don't like I don't like it to be referred as an accomplishment in my life. You see what I mean?
Yes, I know.
Because I think it's the minimum that one should do, and it should not be done that publicly. إنه بنعطيك title أنت سفيرة للنوايا الحسنة. I didn't even want it. No, the UNHCR would tell you that I didn't.
بتتكلمي معها على مواضيع اللاجئين والحروب اللي حصل في هذا
No, I try as much two things. One, I do want to protect her from the violence that's going on in the world. So I don't like to speak to her about the wars. But I like to speak to her about the fact that not everybody is in the same privileged situation that she is. She is obviously very privileged. She has everything she needs. She has safety. She has a loving home. She has, you know, more than the minimum. She has a lavish lifestyle.
Interesting. So,
but I try to remind her, and this is why I took her to India last week. I try to remind her that it's not always like that, you know. She was looking around, and she saw a lot of poverty around her and a lot of wealth around her, because India is a very diversified, eclectic, wonderful place. I don't want her only to see the malls of Dubai.
You would never think of taking her to a camp?
Not age 8.
No.
But maybe age 12.
What age do you think is right?
Maybe 12. Age 12. I started taking my nephews at that age.
Perfect. I want to ask you a personal question. Can you explain to me, in your own words, your neighborhood in Lebanon, back in Beirut when you were younger?
Explain it.
Describe it.
Just it's Ashrafiyya. I mean, everyone who knows Lebanon knows that Ashrafiyya is the bubble Christian neighborhood of Lebanon, where everybody knows everybody, and everybody is the son of everybody, and it's a cute, quaint place with a lot of holes in the buildings, basically, because of the rasas. Yeah, that was Ashrafiyya. It still is exactly the same. It hasn't changed a bit. No one has bothered changing the roads, because obviously Lebanon is in a financial crisis.
Sweetest memory of that neighborhood back then?
I don't remember it as the sweet memories of neighborhoods.
I see.
I remember the war a lot. I've spoken a lot about this.
I want to ask you a quick question before we end the interview. You are always أنت دائما بتاخذي الريتش الناتشورال لوكس للمرأة. Okay, وهذا الشيء أنا كمان نفس الشيء.
And you know what? I got in trouble recently because I didn't say it much, but I was a judge in Miss Liban
pageant. I saw that post.
at end of July. I didn't realize, but automatically I was giving very good grades to the natural beauties and bad grades, not bad grades to the one. I didn't realize that they were actually putting them, and I looked like the bitch from hell who was like putting bad grades towards me, the main supporter of women. But naturally, for me, a natural beauty is something I do gravitate towards.
Don't you think that glamour also is good for the well-being of women? Sometimes when you get glamorous, and you do get a lot of glamour.
Yes, it makes a woman definitely feel. It's not something that me. I'm very happy in my pajamas.
I see. Me too.
I dress up. The glamour is part of my profession. It's much more than that. Like it's not really part of my day-to-day life. I do it because I'm used to it. But no, I take my daughter to school in pajamas.
Me too. Sometimes.
I will tomorrow morning.
Also to the malls, I go with pajamas and socks.
And to the malls, sadly, in Dubai, I can't go to the malls, A, and B, in pajamas. But it's not something that is the most important thing in my life, glamour.
I see. But it's good sometimes to dress up glamorously.
It's very nice. Yes. It's beautiful to dress up. But I admire women who are always dressed up to the max and maquillées, coiffées. I am incapable to maintain that kind of lifestyle.
Okay. At the end of
actually, my daughter knows that when I have makeup, I'm working. She associates them.
That's good. That's good. So at the end of this interview, I want to extend the love of everyone who is speaking about you, everyone
Thank you
who
so
knew
much.
that
everyone
I'm
is so
you.
nice to me, عن جد.
And you are so much loved وكتير قريبة على القلب. This is one of the most beautiful phrases I learned from Lebanon. Thank you, Raya.
Thank you, حبيبتي.
Thank you.